Up next on SciFiantasy, Death's Scythe. Hey everybody, it's Kenny Conklin from SciFiantasy.com and welcome to another Modeler's Tube video. Thanks everybody for stopping by and checking it out. Today we're going to take a look at Death's Scythe over here. The whole video is going to be about that. Even though Death is pretty much done, he's going to be in another video. So I'll go through how I painted it up, and I'll probably try to add a few still pictures in there because sometimes it's easier to see what I did on that than on the video. The video sometimes with the lighting and everything doesn't show things up pretty well. So if you haven't, come to ModelersTube.com, register, like people's videos, comment on them, all that good stuff. Also come over to SciFiantasy because we have our Christmas giveaway and our Christmas Secret Santa will be coming up, and we'll be doing the drawing for that in November. The Halloween build is getting kind of close. That's next weekend it'll be done. And I don't even know if I'll be done with the base for him, but at least he's done. So Death has to do with Halloween. As long as the figure was done, I was happy. And that is pretty much it. Enough babbling out of me. Let's get over to the video and check out what I was doing. So today we're going to finally be working on the scythe, and we'll do the blade, his hand. We'll get the whole thing done. Now, what I did was I copied Dr. Faust's painting clinic. He added clamps on by the handles. I did that too. I forgot to film that. It's just pieces of styrene wrapped around to fit with a hole in the middle to pop it over. And the wooden handle itself has no grainy texture at all, so we're going to try to make it look like wood with wood grain in it. And I saw this technique by Interstellar Modeler. If you haven't watched O's videos, go over to YouTube and subscribe to Interstellar Modeler. He's got a whole bunch of great videos on there, and he actually showed me the video from where he learned it, but I liked how he did it better. So we're going to try to get the grainy technique on here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So these are the paints I'm going to be using to try to replicate the wood grain on the side itself. This will be the first time I'm trying it, so if it gets messed up, you'll all get to see it. Using Hobby Color light brown, and then I'm using sandy brown and dark earth, and in between each color we're going to be clear coating it, and I'm going to be using Mr. Super Clear gloss to clear coat in between. So I'm going to start painting it up, and then I'll show you step by step what I'm doing. So the first step in the process is to add your light color to the scythe or wooden base that you're going to be painting, and I used a light brown down the whole shaft of the scythe and also on the wooden pegs there. It's still wet, that's why I have it on the little clamp here. Once the base coat is dry, then you add a gloss coat to it, and then you go on to the next step, which we'll do once this dries. The weather's a little bad here, so it's going to take a while for this gloss to dry. Probably going to have to let it sit a couple hours, and then I can move on to the next step. So now that the gloss coat is completely dried over our base coat of light brown, we're going to move on to the next step, and that's going to be putting our next darker color on here. And I'm using Model Air from Vallejo, and that's the sandy brown color that I'm going to be using. And even though it is an airbrush ready paint, you can use your paintbrush with this too. It's not going to stop you from using that. And also we're going to be using a pretty messed up paintbrush on this, because when we're painting over this, I don't want to just do another dark coat over this, because then there's no sense in putting your base coat. What we want to do is we kind of want to make streaks in it. This way that base coat is showing through a little bit, so we're going to make it streaky. That's why I'm using a little bit of a messed up brush. This way I could get those streaks coming through, and then once the next part of this is dry, then we're going to go on to our darker color and do the same thing. We pretty much want each coat to show through except in streaks like you would see on bark with all the different colors and stuff like that. So let me start this and I'll show you how I'm doing it. So all I'm going to do is load my paintbrush up with paint, and then I'm going to try to keep it all in one direction, but kind of when I get down here, it's a little hard to get it straight down, so sometimes I got to go back up, but you want to try to keep it in one direction. This way all your streaks are going the same. Sometimes it'll come out where it's covering it like that, but then just keep pulling the paint, because this is a messed up brush. Pull it all around, and don't load your brush back up. It's kind of like you're going to be dry brushing, but with the full paint loaded on your brush, you just want to keep moving it around until you get streaks in it and you can see both coats coming through. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, it's kind of looking solid, but from here I can see the streaks coming through, and you can keep pulling until you get the desired effect you want. It doesn't have to be perfect because wood's not perfect, and you just keep going and going until you get that streaky effect. So once I'm done with this, I'll try to take a few pictures, this way you can see it a little bit better, what I'm doing here. So let me get the rest done and then I'll show you. Okay, it's really hard to see on camera, but I'm hoping you can see the streaking and the difference between the base coat and the second coat, where it's starting to look like wood grain. And actually, if I left it here, it would look like more of newer wood or polished wood. And if you end up with darker spots in some areas, trees or wood is not perfect, so it's kind of good to be random. Now hopefully, I'm sorry about the blurriness, I could get some pictures of this where it'll really show the grain. And just to quickly go over why we're using a gloss coat in between, it's because when you're painting, if we just paint over the base coat, we're not going to get the streaking effect. It's just going to stick to our base coat and we're going to lose the base coat. The gloss helps us move the paint around and do the streaking effect. So I'm going to let this portion dry, I'll do the gloss coat, and then we'll get back to the next part and we'll try to get some pictures for you. If I do pictures, they'll be towards the end of the video instead of all in between. The next clear coat has dried up, so we can move on to our next darker color. I took some pictures because I don't think you can see all the streaking that's in here right now. You might be able to see a little down here, but I did take pictures. So once we do all the coats, I'll run through that slideshow real quick and I'll show you that. So the next step is to go on to our next darker color, and again I'm using Model Air, and I'm going to go on with Dark Earth on this one. So we're going to use our Messed Up, if I can grab it, our Messed Up paintbrush, which will help with the streaks, and I'll start at the top. So once I get this ready, I'll start showing you what I'm doing. So again, we're going to do the same thing we did as last time. I'll start at the top, and you're just going to paint down. Now, if you get too much paint like that is, just keep pulling the paint until it streaks and you have all three colors, or the color scheme that you want going through, showing through, to make it look like wood. So I'll just keep pulling this guy down, trying to let those two other colors show through. And like I said, if it's a little wavy or anything like that, remember, wood is not perfect, so just do it the best you can and let everything show through. This way it looks like wood. So once I'm done pulling the paint on all of this, we'll take some pictures and we'll put that in a slideshow too. Okay, the next layer of brown is on, so hopefully you can see the lighter colors coming through here. Like I said, I'll take pictures and try to get that to you, or actually I will get it to you during here. I left some areas darker than others where it would be a little bit more dirty. So we're getting there. I'm going to let this dry and then we're going to do the clear coat. We could put a wash on here. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Once it's dry, I'm going to see how it looks. If I like it without the wash, we'll do that, and then we'll start painting up the bands and the blade on the scythe. So the next thing I did was I put an umber wash on top of the oily steel that I used, just to make it a little bit dirtier. We got his hand done, so his hand's all done up. The one thing I do wish is that the hand was separate from the scythe. It would have been a lot easier to paint, and I think it would have looked a little bit better just sliding the scythe in there and having his hand grasp onto it. But that's all done up. It just got to be clear coated. Also, this isn't going to be gloss because it's supposed to be really old, so that'll get all flat coated, but I'm not going to be doing any of that right now. We got the top piece here done up, and the next part is going to be the blade of the scythe itself. This I'm going to do now. We're going to whip out the airbrush and I'm going to paint this in steel, and then we'll put a wash on here. This is a little, be careful with this, this is a little flimsy, so you don't want to break that guy there. Up next we'll be painting the blade. I used just saran wrap to do a quick mask. This way we don't get paint on anything we finished. So we'll be doing that in Model Masters acrylic steel. So we got the steel on the blade. You can see the shininess there. And that's actually also a semi-gloss finish on there, not a gloss, because we're going to go over this with oil. We're going to use the Ammo by MIG Starship Filth or black and put an oil wash on there and then wipe it off. But we'll show you that once we get to that point because the clear is still drying. Okay, so up next we are going to do the oil wash on the scythe itself. I'm going to be using the oil brusher. If you do use these, mine that I have, the brush inside was very stiff. I don't know if that's from sitting in the oil. I loosened it up by putting it in odorless paint thinner. I think it's the Mona Lisa stuff that I have to get the brush a little looser, because I tried putting this on and nothing came off the brush. These are pretty cool for, you know, they work a lot better in the demonstration video than they are for me. There's a lot of oil you can see up on the stem of the brush itself. So oils with the paintbrush I might like a little bit better than these, but they do their purpose. You don't have to constantly clean things if you want to switch off. But we're just going to take this guy and we're going to toss oil all over the blade. Now this is sealed with a semi, so all I'm going to do is paint this stuff on here, and this is going on a lot better than it was before. Like I said, I had to loosen up the brush because the brush was just stiff as hell. So I'm just going to get the oil all over this, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Now, as you can see, there's the black oil all over it. I'm going to let it sit on there for a minute or two, and then I'm just going to wipe it off. And the reason we're doing this is trying to make the blade a little bit dirtier, and using the semi-gloss is a little grittier. Well, a lot less grittier than the gloss itself. The gloss is very smooth and it'll just wipe off. We want some of that to stay on there and make the blade look very dull. I'm probably going to wipe it off camera, because I got to be very careful, because the blade broke once already and I don't want to break it again, because if I do, I'm going to go ape shit on this thing. Now it's hard to tell. I added black and the Starship filth on here, and it brought down the sheen of the blade. It's actually a lot duller. Maybe you can see it on that side better. There's still like a reflection, but you can tell it's dirtier on top. It's so flat, and they didn't make any dings or dents in it or anything, so it's really not going to pick up a wash for that. I was just trying to get it a lot flatter than what it was. I didn't want it so super shiny the top. And then the next thing I'm going to try to do is the sharp edge of the blade itself, to see if we could get that shiny, because I'm feeling the Grim Reaper would have a really sharp blade to whack people with. Whoopsh, whoopsh. Okay, with the lighting it's a little hard to see, but you can see the molotow across the edge of the blade. I did that on both sides to make it shiny, because the edge would be a lot sharper and the top is a lot duller. I just wish there was some more dings and scratches and stuff that the wash would have picked up. But the scythe is finally done.
Boys and girls of every age, would you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat, the neighbors gonna cry of fright.
It's our town, everybody scream!
In this town of Halloween,
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
this is Halloween, this is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
Round that corner man hiding in a trash can, something's waiting out to pounce and howl.
Well, that's it for this video. Thanks to everybody for stopping by and checking it out. If you haven't, come over to Modelers Tube. Register, thumbs up, comments, all that other stuff. If you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the comments section below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And here's little Alex coming up, I don't know if you can see her, to say hello and be on camera. That's pretty much it for the video. I hope you enjoyed what we did, and the next video I'll either have Death or I'll be working on the base, trying to get that in before Halloween is done. So I hope you all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care and bye-bye.